Hello and welcome to So Recently, the short podcast where I talk to people about things they've done recently. My name's Rosenwyn and today I'm going to be talking to Laura. Hello Laura, tell me a bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Laura. I am a third year at Cardiff University studying media and communications, and I am the news station manager for Xpress Radio.
Okay, so first things first, what is Xpress Radio?
Xpress Radio is the Cardiff Students' Union radio station. Mostly we do a lot of entertainment content, but we're very passionate and we really follow the interests of whoever is part of our station. So we could do random things, the randomest things you could imagine. If you're passionate about it, it'll be on the air.
And what is your role as station manager?
My role as station manager involves a lot of admin-y stuff, but essentially it is just the overseeing of the station as a whole. I'm supported by our team of deputies and execs and really just sort of do all the organisational bits, organise events, do all the boring stuff, risk assessments for the station.
So you are the top dog.
Yeah, I don't want to brag, but yeah.
And how did you become station manager?
So I was on the exec team for Xpress last year, and I've always had quite a keen interest in Xpress. During my first year, I was best newcomer, so I've always been quite involved and excited to learn more about the station. And when the applications were released, did an interview, and then luckily I got the role, which was really exciting.
What were you doing on the exec team last year?
I was head of entertainment with someone else, so we organised a few events. We didn't actually do too much because of COVID, but my favourite thing we did was ghost hunt, so this ghost tour around Cardiff with loads of true, inverted commas, stories.
So was that just, you had like a little mic and you walked around with people, or was it just an in-person
we got
thing?
Loads of people involved. We had this big team. We had writers, voice actors and editors, and the editors got to be really creative and put in spooky sounds. I think one of the stories even had a big scream in it at the tension point, so it was really fun to play around with.
And where can we listen to these? Because I want to.
Yes, it's all on Mixcloud, and we are hoping to do another one this year, which we might be able to do in person and walk around the city and see all these things, which would be amazing.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Yeah. I did a project with Knee-High that was a walk around the town and listen to stories that we've made around the town. So maybe you could do like that. Put it on an app or something.
That's cool.
So, yeah, it's called Walk With Me, and it was just local stories that we did around the town, and then we recorded them professionally, and it was amazing.
Nice.
And then we got loads of people to come and listen as they walked around, so it was basically a guided tour with stories.
That sounds amazing.
Sounds amazing in a city.
Yeah,
especially ghost stories.
And on Halloween as well, on the evening, well, ghosts, as we all know, are more present on Halloween. That's a fact.
Why did you want to be station manager?
I think I was very, very nervous to do it. I was umming and ahhing about applying, but eventually I did, and wasn't really expecting to end up being station manager, but I was just excited about being part of the Xpress history again and just continuing the fun and welcoming environment. I'm very passionate about Xpress feeling warm to new people and people feeling like they can get involved, not feeling shy or anything like that. So I thought, what a good role to be able to do that in, really, yeah.
You sound very excited to start doing this in
yes,
the new year.
I am. I'm very, very nervous too. I don't want to mess it up, but I'm very excited.
You seem very organised. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I hope so.
Speaking of new people, how is the best way to get involved in Xpress?
Yes, so there will be a few events that we've got coming up which are an amazing way to get involved with Xpress, so I'll talk about those first. We've got Freshers Fairs, which are on the 30th, the 1st and the 2nd of September and October, and we have a Give It a Go on the 8th, which you can find more information about on our social media, and they're really good ways to learn more about the station, meet the team. We will show you the studio as well, so that's pretty cool. But then even if you are listening a bit later on and you don't get a chance to come to those events, there's always information on our social medias. Join the Facebook group, give any of our team a message, and we're all more than happy to tell you what's going on, tell you how to get involved and really bring you into the station.
how did you get involved? Were you involved in your first year and then second year?
So I've done the whole shebang. I remember going to the Freshers' Fair and the Give It a Go my first year, and it was very nerve-wracking, but I immediately felt like everyone was lovely. So that's why I ended up being involved. It wasn't so much about radio, it was more the people, and just, I've really got this feeling of this is where I want to be, this is good for me, and here I am 3 years later.
So how much experience is needed to be part of Xpress?
Absolutely none at all. It's really, I had never done radio before, and you really learn on it. We're hoping to do lots of training this year, so you can really learn everything you need to know with us. We'll talk you all through it, and there'll be so many people in the same position as you guys where you may not have done radio before, so yeah, you don't need to know anything.
And you really don't need to buy a really expensive mic to start.
You don't need anything. You can just rock up and you'll be fine.
Well, you've got a studio this year, so...
Yes, we have. I'm so excited we're going to be back at the studio. Very good news.
What sort of shows are done at Xpress? You mentioned entertainment earlier, but anything else?
So I would say the majority of shows we have are entertainment based, but we also have a lot of music fans at the station, so a lot of specialist music shows as well. I know we've had true crime and stuff like that before, and then we'll do specialist events for that too. We spoke about the Ghost Tour. We'll also do shows for International Women's Day where you can perhaps talk more about issues you feel are pertinent, or we do events for the LGBTQ takeover and things like that as well.
Do you get involved with any other societies, sort of collaborating with any other societies?
Yes, we do. So we've done a few really cool events actually. Last year we did some audio story competitions with the Creative Writing Society, and then in the past, before COVID, we did some really fun events with the Live Music Society called Battle of the Bands. So there would be these music gigs and we'd go in and basically cover it. We'd get interviews with the artists and also just get to sit there and enjoy this really cool music. I remember there was a rock band and this guy just pulled out a tiny piccolo flute. It blew my mind. It was
a rock band,
cool.
Giant guitars, giant drums, and then a tiny piccolo flute.
Yeah, for a little solo. I was so impressed by it and still am to this day.
Piccolo flutes are tiny though, aren't they?
And he was a very tall man as well, so it just looked, the proportions were all very strange.
Is there any way to get involved in Xpress without having to do presenting?
Yes, definitely. So we have obviously a lot of techie stuff going on, so you can get involved with production, setting up, looking after the studio, being a producer for shows you can do as well, which is kind of techie, but also you get to use your creative side and think about content and work with your presenters, and then get involved with social media and advertising. Really at Xpress, we just want to follow the passions, like I was saying before, of the people in the society. So say if someone came up to us and they were really passionate about doing a news show and doing weekly news coverage, that's, they have the space and the tools to be able to start that and really build something.
Cardiff University is a Welsh university and it's the only bilingual university, isn't it? Is Xpress involved in any sort of bilingual activities?
So we have almost, I'm going to call it two halves to the station, but more mingled than that. We've got the English speaking content and the Welsh speaking content, and we've got several team members on both of those, so you can easily contact them. And it's quite cool because we also celebrate Welsh culture as well in events like Welsh Music Day and things like that. It's really, really nice being able to celebrate the Welsh culture and Welsh language.
So it really is a combined...
Yeah, it is.
Bilingual radio station as well as a bilingual university.
And something we're hoping to do this year is, in past years, the Welsh and English content hasn't crossed over too much, but this year we're actually hoping to do some content where it is bilingual, the actual show, which I think will be really fun. We're not quite sure how it's going to work yet, but it's in the books.
I have to speak to some Welsh people about it to ask their opinions. I'm not Welsh myself, so can't give you any advice on that, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who have ideas about that. So, just a curveball question. Where is your favourite place to get coffee?
Ooh, that is a good question. I am not actually a big coffee drinker. I love my tea, and I also am loving iced chocolates at the moment. Have you had one of those?
I have not. What is that?
So it's a cold hot chocolate. It's not got any coffee in or anything like that, and I'd recommend oat milk with it because it adds that extra flavour, and that's really nice. There's a little hut in Cardiff that sells that, and that's really, really nice.
Where is that? We're going after.
It is by the museum.
Oh, lovely. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
that sounds
it's really, really
good.
nice. Yeah.
Have you attempted to make one of those at home, a cold one?
I haven't. I feel like the powder wouldn't mix in with the milk. I don't know why. I just feel like I need to learn more.
Learn more Welsh and then hot chocolates but cold.
The two priorities.
So you're doing Xpress in your 3rd year.
Yeah.
Is it helping you in future endeavours in terms of creating a portfolio, or are you just doing it for fun in this point?
I hope so. I really would like to continue with radio after I graduate. I'd love to get a job. I can't decide yet if it'd be more on the presenting side or more producing, but I love radio. I love how it feels like someone's talking directly to you in your ear, and it's so much more personal than television or film in a lot of cases. So I'd love to have it in my life after I graduate.
Are you hoping to do a master's in radio-esque stuff?
I think I'm doing my dissertation in radio this year, but I think I am done with writing essays. I feel like my time has come to not do them anymore. So
that's fair enough.
Just one more year, and then I think I'll be into the world of work.
Are you hoping to stay in Cardiff for that?
I'd love
BBC,
to.
maybe?
Yeah, I'd absolutely love to stay in Cardiff. This city is just amazing, isn't it? It's got everything I could want. It's perfect, I'd say. So I'd love to stay here.
Start looking for jobs soon then.
Yeah, I will.
Scary though.
I have to get busy.
So obviously we are coming out of a pandemic. We're still in it, but how are you running Xpress in terms of COVID restrictions?
So as of now, we've got some freedoms in Wales. No strict lockdown rules. So we are hoping to do a few in-person things. The studio is open, like we were saying, so we'll be able to get a few people in at a time to do their live show from the studio, which is something we couldn't do last year. And then we are also hoping to do more events, which might have to be limited numbers or a few shows live, a few shows pre-recorded in a bit of a mixture, or just do stuff outside like the ghost hunt. We've got more flexibility this year. We've got slightly less rules around what we can and can't do in person, and just sort of we're really hoping to be able to meet each other face to face, because this is yours and I first time meeting. We've sat on Zoom for 6 months together, haven't we? It's so weird.
Yeah, it is. It's it's certainly different actually seeing a person in person, and I'm really excited for actually being able to do in-person stuff this year.
And being able to actually build friendships with people.
You can't do that over Zoom.
It's just weird,
so
isn't
difficult.
it? It's so difficult. Like, people talk over each other and it's delayed. It's very
then the Wi-Fi
confusing.
goes. And
oh,
then...
tell me all about it. It's so confusing.
So just to reiterate, Xpress is going to be at the Freshers' Fairs
30th of September, the 1st of October and the 2nd of October.
Where is the Freshers' Fair? Do you know that
So the
yet?
Freshers' Fair is in the Students' Union. I'm not sure of the specific room, but there is going to be loads of staff members directing you, welcoming you and pointing you the right way. So just keep an eye out for the purple branding, because that screams Xpress, doesn't it?
And the Give It A Go session is the 8th.
The 8th, from 4 until 6:30. It's going to kind of be a drop-in session. The exec team is going to be there welcoming you, telling you a bit about it, showing you the studio, just kind of getting to know us session and learning how to be involved. Very relaxed.
Amazing. Well, I'm really excited for this year, and I hope that lots of people will come and just say hi to Xpress at the Freshers' Fair.
I'd really recommend joining if you're listening and feel like this might be for you. It was the best thing I've done at uni, so definitely recommend.
Thank you very much for talking to me today.
You're welcome. I really enjoyed being here.
This has been So Recently with me, Rosenwyn, and my guest, Laura, who recently became the station manager for Xpress Radio.